the two people in a coma. And lastly, did Faye ever get her guillotine? Find out on the first episode of Shattering the Evil Cage. And I'd like to apologize now if there's a little glitching with, stuff. Frame rates being a little bitch today. So, disclaimer. So, let's just pop us over here. Anara, how about you introduce yourself in case someone didn't see your one shot that
My
we
one
totally have
shot
recorded?
Okay, look, we were discussing this. Sam's cursed. We recorded it once after several scheduling confusion things, trying to figure it out, and then it got kaput. Also, Whispers was sick that day anyway, and it was just anyway. We can do better, so we're like, we're gonna redo it. We got corrupted, so then round two. My mic didn't work for about 10 minutes, and then I fixed all of my stuff, and then the recording wouldn't work. So we were like, you know what, let's mull again, let's try again. And then I ended up getting called into a work meeting 2 hours away that day. So in short, it's absolutely happened. There's definitely a one shot with Sam. I definitely still work here. It's just a little bit putative at the moment, you know. Yeah, it's fine. Anyway, I'm Inara, and I play Sam. And Sam, are we introduced? What do you want me to introduce?
That's good. You can introduce
That's
yourself
good.
however
I'm
you
done.
like.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Dr. Nobody, why don't you say hi to everyone?
Hi, everybody. Possibly second time you'll see me with the old gang. I'm Cal, and once again, I will be playing your new cast member. Very tired. Don't want to be here. Dr. Nobody.
What about you? Do you have anything to like to introduce yourself?
Hi, it is me. I am Kayla. I play Charlotte, or Charlie as she prefers to be known as. Somehow still alive, we will see how long that lasts.
Now we've established you can't die. You're basically the whole game. So good luck
And
trying to die.
lastly, Ladybug would like to introduce herself before we get into this.
Yeah, I'm Ladybug. I play Annabelle, the librarian who likes to cast spells randomly and teach kids to cast spells sometimes. So yeah.
Well, you've met this wonderful group of investigators, and as always, I am Whispers, your keeper. Maybe by choice, maybe I'm being held captive. Nobody will ever know. But so as things are going off around the world, people are chilling, they vibing, wars are starting. That doesn't matter because we're gonna go into the small dreamscape of inside of the comatose Sam.
Oh
Because
God.
why not?
Okay. Okay.
So, in Sam's head, you're in a beautiful kitchen. It's your dream home. You get home, and it's like very sitcom-y. Honey, I'm home. You go through.
I'm
You
Dick
see
Van
like
Dyke.
You see JJ. He's like a 5-year-old at this point. Almost looks like a spitting image of you.
Boy.
Faye is 10. It's just kind of like curled up on the couch, reading a book called Dark Arcane Arts in Necromancy, because you said she could read it when she was 10. And there is just the wonderful smell of cookies just over there in the kitchen. And as you walk, you see the back of your beautiful wife.
I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
What do you do?
Is there a laugh track? Like,
No.
"Aw." Okay. I will walk forward and say, "Honey, I'm home."
Your wife turns around at you, and she's missing her face.
Oh, I would imagine I have a pretty
Oh,
strong
dog.
visceral reaction to that. Yeah, like Sam kind of reels back, probably, maybe trips and falls as he's trying to back up.
As you back up, you back up into a chair, you trip, and as you wait for the ground to hit, you have that moment where reflexively you close your eyes. You don't feel the ground, open your eyes, and it's like you are literally sinking down in the ocean.
Okay. So what do I see now?
It like when you look down, it's like the darkness of the ocean. Looking up, you can see like the last pieces of sunlight that's able to reach down into the water. It even takes you a moment before you realize you can't breathe.
Well, I'm gonna try and swim towards the surface.
When you start to swim, there is. Give me a listen check with disadvantage.
Okay. Let's see. Absolutely had my character sheet open. Was totally prepared for this.
You were
Yeah.
totally prepared.
As always, I am the one that is prepared, Listen, check. Let's see. I am not great at listening, which I'm sure there's a joke in there somewhere. I do fail.
I think more than one.
it's most of it's intentional though, like cover like going la la la.
Yeah. So as you swim up, there's just a moment where you feel the last couple breaths leave your lungs. You can see like the last couple air bubbles appear. There's just a moment where you swear you see the life flash before your eyes. And then you jolt up in your hospital bed, seeing Charlotte, woke up like an hour or two beforehand. Dr. Nobody is checking her out, and Faye's just like, Mom, can I have a guillotine now? I protect
No!
the house? Why?
No. We've gone over this. The answer is no.
I start groggily like sitting up, and then like if there's an IV, I'm definitely tugging on it, like I'm starting to like unhook, and yeah.
I would
No.
refrain from. Okay, you're already doing it. All right.
Where am I, and how long have I been here?
Oh, you two finally woke up.
What? I am like pulling things and like.
All right, I really
I've
would.
been here for
I
a
still
week and
would-
a
okay.
half waiting for both of you to wake up.
You might need those fluids, but okay, that's fine.
I'm like holding where the IV was. And you get the
No.
impression that this isn't the first time Sam has pulled out an IV against medical advice. Like it's definitely been done. And he looks over and he goes, Charlie, why are you here? Are you okay? What happened?
We're going over that. Stop pulling things out.
I look a little like when she scolds him, he looks a little bit sorry. Just a little bit, but he does look a little bit sorry when Charlie scolds him.
No.
He realizes that he's in like a hospital gown. He's like feeling exposed. You can see that moment where,
Faye just kind of looks being like, I just realized that Dad's in an outfit that shows his ass. But
Why is she here? Why is she
Was
shouldn't
I
be at the
supposed to
hospital.
leave her in a house with a demon?
I
Why?
rub my forehead.
Why?
The choice was either the house which has the
I-
demon inside or here.
Why is there a demon? Why?
That's a good point.
No
I
idea.
apologize.
Apparently he's trying to kill
Wow.
us.
Oh, you too, huh? That's
What do you mean?
interesting.
Say more words.
I think we're all right now looking at Doctor with, what the fuck? Because it's normal for us that a demon wants to kill us, not for other people.
Well, most of that should be somewhat conjecture. I have no idea what you've been doing. I admit I haven't been, I've been aware of your offspring's presence occasionally around. The nurses have mostly been dealing with that.
I'm sorry. I am so
Are you
sorry.
saying our child tried to kill you? If so, I am sorry about that.
No, that would be interesting though. No,
Don't
you-
say that in
you-
front of her.
you both were.
Wait, I
well,
can kill you?
No! No!
You can
Don't
No
certainly
murder!
try.
No! Murder is wrong! No, no,
Yes.
no!
You can certainly try. No, you both were admitted approximately a week or so ago.
And you two totally
Very
have a
different
influence.
injuries, admittedly, which is very. I don't know if you you weren't together, but
Sam gets like as soon as he starts talking about Charlotte getting hurt, he kind of like crawls out of bed and starts trying to see how she is.
you really shouldn't be
Yeah.
moving. Okay, you're already doing it. That's fine.
Give me a
Don't worry, no, it's not the
constitution
first
check.
time.
I
It's
should
good.
get out of bed.
It shouldn't be okay.
You're going
That's
to the
not
door.
good. You'll give your
Oh,
score.
I'm gonna push my Constitution save. I got a hard success when I pushed it. It's fine. I'm like looking her over. Is she like I'm looking to see what injuries she has or yeah. I'm very concerned now. I'm fine. It might hurt a little bit, but
Blunt
Here's the
force
thing.
trauma to the head.
You don't vomit, but you instantly collapse. Because you're still a
Yeah.
little too weak to watch, but you're not throwing up.
Yeah, did you miss the part where I said that you were in a coma for a week? There is a certain level of muscular atrophy that does happen even with that short of amount of time. Also, you removed your fluids, which also might have helped that. Anyway,
I wouldn't bother.
you're
He won't
anyway,
listen.
yeah, no, that's fine. Anyway, your wife suffered blunt force trauma to the head.
excuse me, Charlie.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Hi. How did the kids get home?
I have no idea.
I
on
have
that.
no
They were
idea.
with you. I called. It's all really fuzzy in my head.
Why?
I
Where were
remember-
they? This isn't important to me.
You know what? That's a discussion for later.
You
I
got
sort of
here.
scoot back
They
my
got
feet
here.
against
It's
the bed.
fine. You got here. They got here. She came eventually. I don't know.
Okay.
Do you want to know how we got home?
I would like to know, considering last thing I remember is what is the last Susan got
Well, anyways, while you're thinking about that, Mom, yeah.
No.
they just-
Faye, you answer your mother's question.
I'm trying to answer my mother's question.
yeah,
Sorry, Father, for my attitude, but, what
Oh,
you
I
gonna do?
expected the attitude. I'm just asking for the truth of what happened.
Look, they called Annabelle. Annabelle wasn't home because apparently Annabelle went to London without telling anybody. So
It wasn't
Annabelle,
planned.
She's a grown woman. She's allowed to visit.
It wasn't planned. I was only in London because somebody sent me an exploding head via my own raven. What? Don't worry,
Did
I'll
it
just fine.
explode?
That's
Yes, it
Did
did
it
explode.
explode?
Yes. Yep. That's why I was in
but
London.
Okay, one at a
Did it
time.
send you to London?
No, I teleported.
Oh, sure.
Annabelle, what happened with you?
Well, somebody used to go kill somebody and bring that head back to my home, the head of that person. Then the head exploded. I did the first thing that came to mind to save myself from the explosion and landed in London. And then I spent a week with the twins, and then I came back because Faye called that there's a demon in the house.
Do you know
I
the
also
head?
guided
Did
her
you know the
through
head?
casting.
What? Yeah.
I also guided
hold
her
up
through
a-
casting a protection spell on the house over the phone because she needed to do something.
Charlie, hold just a moment. I like start doing the like breathe, like name five things. And then I
It's
look
only
at Faye
sort
and
of proven to work, actually. Okay.
Sam also holds up a hand to the doctor, like you're next. Don't worry, you're on the list. Like, Faye,
Yes.
you and your mother were traveling, and then what do you remember? Since your mother is a little bit out of sorts.
So what I remember is we went to work, we committed some chaos. Mom kind of got mad because, like, I almost tried to steal a guillotine from the museum.
Well, you shouldn't do that. Your mother just doesn't deserve that kind of stress. You know better.
So, anyways, we went to the daycare. Mom went to her office. Then, like, Susan tried to feed Junior, some peanut butter. His peanut allergy. So then I was like, I was gonna go see Mom, but then I saw like Dr. Nobody without like eyes, or a tongue, or a stomach, or like a foot. And then I think I saw at one point he was missing an arm. I don't really know. I wasn't really paying attention. And then Mom gave me permission. We tried to start a revolution, but then none of us were tall enough to grab, the doorknob. And Mom went down some super duper scary hole.
How did you get home? Let's start with that.
That's right.
Annabelle's sister.
Annabelle's sister. How did you get in touch with her?
Well,
She was probably at home.
The museum tried to call you, and you didn't answer, and then like another cop answered from another station when you got redirected and said that you were in the hospital, and Mom needed to go to the hospital. And then they tried to call Annabelle at the library. Annabelle didn't answer. Annabelle's sister answered.
Yes.
This is why emergency contacts are important.
There are.
So then
emergency
that's a good point.
She came to get
it's also
us.
better when at least one of them is not in a coma.
Statistically unlikely, but
It is. Yes. You know what? You're very right. There are a lot of things right here that are. You're very smart, and I agree with you. And we'll find out how you're involved in a minute.
Also, Dad, I have a question.
Yes. No. The answer is no. You cannot have a guillotine.
I was not the guillotine question. I moved away from that. There was a 5 minute ago hyperfixation.
Okay.
I want to know what to shoot a gun.
I'll teach you when you're 12.
it felt like a kind of arbitrary.
Wait, hold on. Wait, so I can learn necromancy at age 10, but I can't use a gun until I'm 12.
Well, yes, necromancy is creating life, and guns are for taking away life.
That number felt kind of arbitrary, all things considered, but.
I look over at the doctor like, you might be right. It might have been arbitrary, but it feels a long way off right now.
It's really not.
Okay.
I like the doctor. Can we keep coming here instead of going to our normal doctor?
Probably, because he
seems
seems to be
someone who will be easier for everyone.
You don't know if he treats children.
Yes, you need a PD. we can go to him. You need a pediatrician who doesn't ask a lot of questions. Look,
Pediatricians are quacks.
good job. Good
You
job
are not
calling
helping.
Annabelle. You reached out to an adult, and that's the right thing to do. And you reached out to an adult you knew and trusted. So thank you for doing that. Whatever happened, the situation was resolved, and you're here safe now, and your brother is safe as well. So thank you for looking after your brother.
I've been giving him
Now-
lollipops for 4 hours.
That's fine because scientific studies in about 50 years will prove that sugar doesn't actually cause hyperactivity, so it's fine.
Well, it's because, like, if he cries, he just kind of starts breaking walls.
Hyperactivity, no. Tooth decay, yes.
That's a good point. Look, just thank you for looking after your brother and making sure he was happy. And that's good. Why don't you take your brother to the lobby for just a few minutes and not break anything? Can you commit to me to not hurt your mother's feelings for 10 minutes? Look at her. Look at her.
Actually, no. Currently, you both are not you have not been discharged yet. For
We're
very
not
obvious
going. We're just
reasons.
asking the children to leave so you can tell us about the D word and the.
I'm not sending your children to a lobby. I don't care how your parenting style. They can go to the cafeteria where they've been tormenting my staff.
Okay, that's
Okay.
that's a good compromise. There are people there. They won't let them cut them. They won't give them knives in the cafeteria.
They will certainly
Please do
try to
not
prevent
steal-
them.
Okay, great,
Please
great.
do not steal a knife. Please don't.
I dig in my pockets and then realize I just have my bare skin, and I'm like, Annabelle, would you mind giving the children a little bit of money to go buy?
No
some-
problem.
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
give the kids some money. I don't give a fuck how much I'm pulling out of my.
Yeah, like we're rich now, so Annabelle's just like, here's some money, kids.
Wait, hold on. It's as you go and do that, I'm just gonna roll a joke roll. If anyone
No.
wants to make a spot hidden against Faye's roll,
No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
No.
God damn
you,
it.
you have to get you have to roll lower than a 26 or a critical success.
I got a
Kayla?
25. I'm upset. This is a hard. What do I see that I don't want to see?
you literally watch your daughter as everyone was talking just kind of like move closer to Sam and swipe his wallet.
I don't have a wallet. I'm naked.
He doesn't have his wallet on him.
You
His
like your
belongings
pile of
haven't been
shit.
returned.
My bike.
Hey. Hey. Put that back.
Fine, I won't steal Dad's wallet now.
I hold
Have we
out
not-
my
Remember,
hand.
legally sourced money is usually better to use. Gets
Have
you
we
in less
not-
trouble.
Have we not
No
been
one's going
providing
to
you with?
believe.
We've been providing you with entirely mediocre sustenance for an entire week. Why are you not happy?
Look, no one is going to believe that you're a detective. Give me my badge back.
No, it wasn't for that. There's these two nurses that are like, or doctors in training, as they call themselves, that are oddly close for siblings. And I want to bet them $100 that they will not talk to each other for an hour and see what happens.
There you go. I'm gonna give her the $100. I don't give a fuck.
See,
Hi.
like the lesson we've learned is it's better to ask and to have a conversation and talk about it than to steal things, right?
As I mentioned, legally sourced money is better because it gets you in less trouble.
Hi.
technically-
I feel demons is the better option at this point. Please talk.
Raise the stakes. Please send one of them to toxology and tell them they can't come out.
I will.
Are you trying to
Excellent.
poison my children? Oh no, you're trying to poison your staff. Well, that's fine. Carry on.
Wait, let's talk foxomology.
That's
Now
fine.
you're
They'll
going
know.
to-
They'll know what it means. Moreover, it's on the other side of the building. You don't have to go
Okay.
there. It's super boring. You don't want to go there.
Faye just takes the money and runs off. and then comes back, picks up, then grabs JJ Stoll and starts going down the hallway, being like, "Move! I'm doing a Zoom!" And then it's like, "Oh my god, they've been released again."
I get up slowly, supporting myself
Sit
on the
the
bed.
fuck down.
Please
And
stay.
I close the door. I just don't even want to
Once
know what's
again-
happening out there.
Con. Give me a con with
Okay.
disadvantage to try and stand.
In what world would you have felt the need to do that when I could have perfectly well closed and locked the door?
So could I.
Lock it. They're children. They need to be able to find their parents.
You can lock a door. It's amazing. They're capable of knocking.
Annabelle, Doctor, can one
I
of you
don't
please
know if-
unlock the door?
I look at Charlie and I say, are our children capable of knocking? Because they certainly don't ever exercise that at home.
They will if the door's locked.
I make a mental note to
would like
improve our door
Oh,
locks.
it's like I've told you that 1,000 times, but no. Locking the door is bad. It sends
Charlie-
bad messages to the children.
Charlie, I'm so sorry. I'll replace the door locks when we get home. I know it's been on your list for a while, but I
Took off
promise
the
I
lock?
will.
All right.
Hi.
Now, what do you remember about?
Your head trauma?
Yes.
Went down this passage. I found in an office there was a bunch of weird devices, some very weird things down there. Went to take a closer look and pain in the back of the head.
Okay, so when we're talking pain in the back of the head, like, I know this because I can see the fractures on your skull, but does it feel more like crowbar or did it feel like baseball bat? You can tell a lot by people who use crowbars versus baseball bats.
I don't know.
It felt like someone punched you in the back of the head.
More like a punch, actually.
Why do you know what that feels like? You know what, your family. You're right.
Did you forget her brother?
Yeah, I did a little bit. Okay, apparently I've been in a.
Yeah, that's why your fracturing wasn't worse.
That's
So good
nice.
news.
Why does
Mostly
my daughter
bleeding.
think you? Why does my daughter think you were at the museum, missing several body parts?
Why does your daughter think I was at the museum missing several body parts? Your daughter was also previously requesting a guillotine and has been tormenting my staff for a week. What?
You also just enabled her to torment
Darling,
yourself.
he does have a good point. She can be a challenge even for you, and you are the best at well, Annabelle's probably the best at managing her, but you do a good job.
I've had to dedicate staff to maintaining your daughter away from surgery bays and like I practically have had to cordon off. I've had to
She
cordon
does
off
like
doors.
scalpels. She does like scalpels, Charlie.
So in that instance, I think your daughter's extremely overactive imagination and or morbid exposure at an early age has caused
Probably the second.
that too.
I apologize and will certainly compensate for any damages. Okay, so that a whole lot of information with the random strike to the back of my wife's head, but perhaps the house demon is something that you can tell us a little more about. Demon in our house.
What, me? I've never been to your
What
house.
What happened to you?
What do you mean?
You said that you experienced something unusual. Was that
Define
Okay.
unusual.
did someone try to kill you?
Recently.
No.
Not recently?
Not recently, no.
And not recently?
Well, I
It's
probably
true.
deserved it, but that's different.
I mean, you did
Have
seem
you
to know
ever-
about the demon, so
You're aware I've been treating this family for an extended period of time now. This isn't exactly new. I've functionally reconstructed him like
yes,
4
but your
times.
exact words to the demon hunting us was "you too." You can see how that raises questions.
Fine. It has nothing to it I have no idea if it's connected or not. But I have been running samples of I don't know how familiar you are with the locational habits of lions, but they don't happen to be native to the area.
True.
Well, one was dead.
Maybe it ran out from the zoo.
No, maybe. Don't care about that part. Care about what killed it.
That feels
What killed
important. Also, if they aren't native, where were they from?
No idea. Don't care. Not important. Thing to care about is what killed it.
And what killed it?
It's sort of complicated. Oversimplification is it kind of died instantly-ish through something that normally progresses kind of slow.
Darling, I do read books. You don't have to use small words with me.
Annabelle, if you want to give
Just
me
because most of my books cast spells doesn't mean I don't read normal books too. I used to be a librarian. Well, kind of still am.
You've got a
Ladybug, if
pretty
you
big
want to give
library.
me a occult roll real quick to see if you can recognize it with
Sure
that
thing.
new information.
1 second, because I need to do something. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. I fucked my roller. Go back. Jesus fucking Christ. The roller doesn't cooperate with me. Give me a second. Fuck it, I'm gonna roll in roll 20 because that fucking works. Skills. Occult. That
Hey.
would be when I roll, scroll down to it. Extreme success.
It is after a moment of thinking about it, slow, except instant death, exposure. It is either something very mundane, or it shares the same properties of what Sam is under. And then when you look over at Sam, you realize this small little streak that was just over like the collarbone has moved to cover majority of Sam's chest.
Which Sam has not noticed yet.
No.
So, yeah, definitely hasn't noticed that yet. He would have commented.
Do I notice that she see do I see like the light of recognition?
It kind of a yes.
Okay. So you can see why that is a particularly interesting thing to stumble upon.
True, that is interesting. Doesn't usually happen.
Moreover, it's relevant. That's why I took a variety of samples and I brought it back. I calculated its approximate time of demise, how fast it progressed, compared it. Luckily, so far, it doesn't seem... It's identical except for exposure rate. This is where I get to do the fun part of my job. Sam, I have bad news.
How soon is he going to die?
I'm
This time?
sorry. What? I'm sorry.
This felt particularly relevant, seeing as you all decided you immediately had to pry into this immediate part, and it is, we'll call it time sensitive, seeing as you Not so, quite. Actually, no. You quite literally have a ticking time curse.
What
Look
are you
down.
talking about?
Look down.
He does, and he like pulls it, and he's like, fuck, and he's like pulling the robe down and like looking at his chest. Like, what the fuck is happening?
So, Charlotte, you asked me about. You all asked me, what do you mean there's a demon? I don't know the specific demon you're talking about. I know that a lion was killed by the same. Maybe same entity that caused the same level of exposure. The lion must have had a lot more of it. As you, however,
I've had this for it was fine. It was stable for years. It was just, why has it gotten worse?
exposure. What put you in a coma?
What?
What put you in a coma? What were you
What put me
doing?
in a coma?
You have inquired with the rest of them of what happened, and yet you have not answered what your last memories are before you entered a medically induced
sort of-
coma.
He puts his head in his hands and he goes, I'm trying to think. It was the morning and Charlotte left with the children and I went to work. I had a meeting, an important meeting, and then a woman called, an older woman. She was looking for help with her husband. I'm not sure. That was early in the day. I don't remember after that. What time did someone bring me in? What were my injuries? He starts like looking over himself.
Admittedly, your injuries are slightly hard to determine based on the, we'll call it, full body reconstruction you've already undergone. So
I have a few scars, I know. Okay.
So certain specific causes are hard to specifically determine, especially also the nature of your particular ailment is difficult for normal medicine to understand.
So
Currently,
give me some abnormal medicine.
You're being treated by normal medicine as if you have a rare skin condition.
Do I have a
no. Yes. You sort of have a rare skin condition. Yes.
I will say, as Sam, you're feeling this, you feel like usually where the last piece of your rib cage should be, it's a little extra squishy. And when you like look into a mirror, you look slightly skinnier, as someone almost looks like you can infer someone removed your last two ribs.
There better not be an alien in there.
Can confirm no. Well, can mostly confirm no.
That was out of character, but I appreciate the dedication to your craft.
Can mostly confirm no.
Well, also that's interesting, Sam, because that thing was given to you by somebody who was not a demon, and we dealt with that bit.
It's all about exposure. The important thing isn't necessarily the entity itself. It's consider it a form of radiation, if that helps.
Why do you know so much about occult shit besides us? Because we don't know about this, but you seem to know a lot about occult shit.
I'm a doctor.
Exactly, which is doctors don't do. Yes, Charlie. Yes, dear.
Do you know a General Constantine? Out of curiosity.
It's admittedly a good question. I admit I have something. I'm something of bad with names, mostly because I don't care to remember names.
Oh, old guy looks younger than his, mostly because he's
helpful.
Almost ancient.
That's fun.
Someone
Kind of a vampire-ish creature thing. Look, he's very old. Very old. He's been in a lot of wars.
I admit that I don't have a lot of military experience, if that's what you're referring to.
Oh no! This general is something quite else. But yeah. So you know about the cult. You're a decent doctor. How do you like working in a hospital, and would you prefer to be a private doctor? Because we might need one.
Why on earth are you needing? Actually, I
Sam
take that back.
and you cannot tell me you couldn't use him on a regular basis and not in a hospital. Not with the rate at which the two of you are dying.
Well, one of you is it. Well, good news. Your wife is in relatively good health, other than the blunt force head trauma.
Oh, don't worry, she already died at least once.
No,
Okay.
I'm
We all did.
The important thing is Charlie's okay, and we'll figure out what else is going on.
Yes, she's okay
But-
this time.
Backing up though, the reason all of this is important, and the reason I made that colorful remark about a demon, about knowing your demon. I don't know your demon specifically. If you go
Name is
home where there is supposedly a demon, that could potentially ramp up your exposure, and wouldn't do that. I can only guess.
Knowing us, we will probably have to kick the ass of that demon, so going near it is...
Excellent.
probably-
Sam should not.
I'm
Well,
not
it's
going to let
probably-
the
Yeah, as I was about to say, that's probably out of the question.
I certainly won't
let me be as clear as I can.
If you go near it, you're going to die. Or at least speed
Look,
up.
he's
or
not
it will die.
sure. Look, he just did the thing where he wobbles his head back and forth like doctors do when they aren't sure. So it's a
No, that one
possibility.
I'm actually. Well, no, that one I'm actually. I don't know this. Your thing will advance, no matter what your
But
condition
it's
will
probably not
advance.
going to kill me. I'm not going to let you and Annabelle go fight a demon in our home alone.
That is entirely incorrect. Right now, I can still guarantee that your condition will kill you. If it's going
to kill me anyway, then I want to make sure that you and the children are safe first. And Annabelle, of course.
Here's
As
the
you
problem.
say that,
If you'd
Also,
like to die
Charlotte-
instantly,
Charlotte, on the other hand, it's not like we cannot bring Sam back if he dies. We've done that before.
It's fine. The important thing is that you.
It's
are
gonna
safe.
take something to bring him back, but we can do that. We've done that before. You died already. Remember?
As you all are talking about death, Dr. Nobody, you just see a spirit just kind of like appear next to Sam. A beautiful, 18-year-old woman. Her hair is easily up in like a messy bun. She's wearing a shirt that says Daddy's Little Demon, a crop top, and she's wearing pants for once. So you can see, your own ghost daughter. Like usual, Annabelle and Charlie can't unless they're in the house, and just goes, Dad, death is at least decently fun. Look at me, I just came back from a meeting about a party. For an after party.
Dinah, you look lovely as always. Do you know? Yes, at least we would get. you right now.
I like how that's the first thing we get from coming back from break. Uh,
Only
Hi,
one person is
everyone.
allowed to have a panic attack. I had it. You can't do that as
Bourbon
well
and
as
Coke in honor of Sam. And slightly buzzed me, also in honor of Sam.
All right.
So, as we left off, we'll go ahead and say you spent a couple days in the hospital. You guys got a moment to like heal. About 2 days. Sam, this is now when you can roll your checks to see if you got any luck. If you have your lucky gun on you, this is like
Look, I don't know how the hospital handles firearms, but I assume that Annabelle snuck my gun in because she knows it's like a teddy bear and that I'll heal better if I have my weapon.
this is the 1950s. They didn't give a shit.
Okay, I am rolling.
That's
Yes.
that's 3d6 for you. Back of
Yes.
luck.
I'm so lucky. Except that I'm dying. Like I'm so lucky, except in any of the ways that one might actually measure real luck.
But yeah, as you all are leaving, Cal, would you like to do like a little scene of like the here's your paperwork, here's your aftercare instructions before I continue?
No, because I already had done that, and they're all leaving the hospital, and then they see me just slowly coming towards them, carrying like 2 like jugs of coffee and a medical bag.
I
I
instinctually offered to help him carry stuff and then realized I'm not supposed to do that, and it's very awkward.
thought you said you were happy here.
I was promised substantial compensation, including but not limited to theoretical infinite coffee.
But
All right.
did Annabelle warn you to stay out of the library when the twins are over? Because you should not don't go in
Or the basement. Don't forget the basement, Dad.
or the
Okay, you know
my
what? Change
child
the
should
subject.
not
Change its subject. What kind
door
of coffee
locks.
do you
I'm
prefer?
putting locks on the library doors too.
What type of coffee do you like? You know what? Let's change the subject.
Annie?
Good, he's not picky, will be easier to buy. I think we still have room in the house to give him a proper medical wing or something like that, and a bedroom, right?
I can
Yeah.
start construction on it as soon as my stitches are out.
So we will hire a crew.
I've done so much work on the house myself,
But you don't have
I
to.
look at Charlie and I see her face and I go, we can hire a crew.
Thank you. Thank you.
It will make you happier.
As
So,
a
Dr.
I have that-
Morgan, how are you with insane amounts of ravens
frogs.
and frogs?
There are a lot of and the frogs. Frogs. You
And
should tell them about
sometimes
the
some undead.
Can they not be in the medical wing?
Absolutely.
I can ask them.
Excellent.
I mean, at least the ravens,
Yeah,
the frogs
yeah.
will not go there. Not sure about the undead that we have in the house because we do have a few ghosts, and I'm not sure if they will stay out.
They'll be fine.
Okay.
The
It's
ghosts
more
don't
bird-
really get into
It's more birds and frogs, just, contaminants.
Oh, don't
Ghosts
worry.
really-
Frogs are kept in one place to be safe from ravens, so don't worry about that. And I will ask the ravens to not go into medical wing.
You can ask
Okay.
them.
I don't
I mean, at
need,
least
like,
two of
a
them are
lot.
reasonable.
I usually just sleep under my desk, so...
We'll get you a bedroom.
alright.
Dr. Nobody, you really gotta
Also, there's
stop
quite a lot of
sleeping.
kids around. I think we're up to 7 by now.
That's a lot of kids, but
I will say when Dr.
Or maybe
No-
5. No, I think 5. I don't remember how many kids my sister has.
Your sister has 3. I only have 2. That's it.
Okay.
There are no more
You
kids.
only have to
There are
wait.
no more kids.
For now.
I look at Charlie and I say, I'm glad someone's paying attention.
For now.
Are they all particularly violently inclined?
No,
None
just
of
the
them.
one. Just my eldest, and I apologize for that.
I wouldn't say it's a violent sense of curiosity. It's just
You're
normal
not there,
curiosity.
Faye.
But also
but,
some of the ravens may have slightly murderous or homicidal tendencies, but that's just ravens.
Well, and it's usually not towards people in the house. They're usually very
True.
good about not stabbing anyone who lives here.
Yeah, they rather stab strangers than people in the house.
You should tell them that he lives here now.
Of course I will.
I am
as
so
you guys
sorry. I am so
get
sorry.
to the car, General Constantine is just casually leaning against Annabelle's car.
I have a car? Okay, my driving license!
You
Yeah,
drove
you do.
to the hospital.
Right, I did.
Oh God! Yes. You know what? People have cars. Yes. Please.
I forgot that.
So yes, General Constantine is not sitting, but leaning against your car.
Oh, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you again. I mean, what are you doing here?
What, you think every time I show up I come with bad news?
Yes.
Look, we need to. You know what? She's not wrong. She's not wrong, man.
Weird
Yes,
question.
Yes.
Charlie?
Weird question, and you're probably going to tell me a lie.
Uh-huh.
I am like
Are you gonna say something
99.
racist again?
I'm like 99% certain day that I got attacked and put in the hospital. I'm like 99% certain I heard your voice in my office. Explanation, please.
So you have severe trust issues and mental disorders that cause you to hallucinate all the time?
Okay, look,
I
you've
know I'm not
always-
crazy this time. I know I'm not.
You're not crazy at all, dear. You just have some stress reactions, and those are normal. And that's not. These are healthy emotions that you're feeling, and that's fine. Constantine, you've always been truthful with me. You wouldn't tell us if you knew something about what happened to my wife, wouldn't you?
She went down into a hole, found a little machine that's supposed to act like immortality, and then got clubbed in the back with the guy's fist because she was in a ritual room and she shouldn't have been in. Which, by the way, we have removed and destroyed, just to let you know.
That's good.
Yeah, but also.
So what?
No, you were there because you mentioned you really need. You mentioned that you really needed to get us a doctor, and there was a list, and the list was in my bag, and his name was on it for
Imagine.
one reason. I know I'm not crazy.
I mean, you're not crazy. We just live in a place of magic.
Why did she hear your
Nope,
voice?
it's not like-
Are we going to focus on that instead of what I came
Yes.
here to tell you?
Well, we can start with one and then go to the other, please. You and I go way back, and well, not you go a lot farther than I do, but you go back as far. Just
Okay, you know what? Fine, I will take the why are you here now then.
Oh, because your house got completely destroyed.
what?
What?
There's a revengeful demon
I now have to help.
trying to kill you all. They
But we weren't there.
Is everyone all right? Are the
Oh,
children all right?
absolutely.
Where are they? Where's Annabelle's sister, whose name I
And
totally
how are my
know?
books?
Wow! I'm like, how's your sister? And Annabelle's like, but my book.
Wow, wow! Annabelle, your sister was in the house.
And your nephews.
2 nephews and 1 niece.
Oh, is there a niece?
And how are the ravens?
The raven.
I put my arm around Charlie, and I'm like, at least our children were here, and like the children are fine. It's fine. I'm like soothing, patting again.
Also, I'm semi-sure that I dragged to the hospital not only their kids, but also my sister and her kids. Because I didn't want to leave anyone in that house.
Maybe
How
they're
many
all in the
people-
cafeteria.
How many people have I been
Listen.
Look,
boarding?
it's a very big house, okay? It's a
Your
people
it
have
was-
been boarding?
it was-
Not anymore! It's gone!
It's a big
gone.
house.
Guys,
We'll-
guys.
we'll-
Be quiet for a moment. Let the immortal speak. First of all,
kind of rude, actually.
your books
but
are
okay.
dead, completely destroyed, except for your magical books. Faye has those. She swiped
I'm gonna
them.
kill
They're
that
actually
demon.
in her book bag.
I let go of Charlie and I put an arm around Annabelle and started shooting.
I'm gonna kill that fucking demon.
Secondly, your sister, nephews, and niece are alive. They're in a
Good.
hotel room.
Good.
And secondly,
Thirdly.
Charlie, you really need to go back to work. They really need to talk to you when you have a moment.
You can
And
say
how are the
anything you
ravens?
wish to say to my wife. You can say in front of me.
I did. You're skating right there. Thanks
Ah,
to your
so what-
wife.
I have to go to work.
Why do you want her to go back to work? And what did you want to talk to her about?
She was knocked out and almost killed on a work premises. She has to fill out paperwork.
Great.
What?
Okay.
There's
you
no
came here to-
alternative motive.
You came here to say that my wife needs to complete her paperwork?
Oh no, there's another reason that was just a side note that I thought, Charlie should, go look at. Secondly, we found a location of one of the books that you guys need to go find.
Oh?
I mean, if you're interested and keep finding those magical. Dr. Nobody, we understand you're at a coffee. Can you stop, pointing your coffee mug at me?
I don't know. I thought it might help.
Listen, one of the books we found simply in America.
Yeah,
Or Egypt.
anywhere else?
Whichever one you want to go to first.
America, or what's our other option?
Egypt.
Egypt.
Yeah, Egypt's good. I like Egypt.
I look at Charlie very sincerely and I say, I'm allowed to go to Egypt, but not America, right? Like it's an actual
Yep.
question. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Egypt. Yes.
Egypt's good. We like Egypt.
It's warm. There's a beautiful history.
And it won't kill you if you go there.
Right. I'm not supposed. I mean, I'm apparently dying anyways, but maybe I'll die slower in Egypt. Look, oh, Charlie, no.
Maybe-
I upped the life insurance policy last year. I didn't tell you, but now seems like a good time to tell you. But if anything happens, you'll be protected.
You guys have fun. You go check on Annabelle's sister. I'm gonna get a cab. I'm gonna go to my job. Thank you. Goodbye.
Well, no,
Hey, I'm not
I-
done
you
with all my information. Okay, well, you're gone.
Okay.
But you shouldn't be alone.
You can tell the others. And maybe they'll tell me. Maybe they'll tell me. I don't know.
I look at Annabelle and I go, should I go after her or not?
No, give her time and space.
I do not. Yes. Well, but the children. I'll take care of the children. You go to work. Okay. I love you.
I love you too, but also find out what else he's telling you because I'm climbing.
I
the
will.
cab.
I will. I'll call you at the office.
I'm gone. Now find out the information. Let the keeper
Well,
speak.
that went super well.
Oh, well,
You'll get used to it.
she's gone now in a cab, but I think she forgot that her phone line's cut, and can't receive both though.
I'll call the receptionist. Yeah.
Well,
Look, she's sometimes she can have strong emotional reactions and she just needs a little space, and I think it's one of those times. I've learned that sometimes I should give her space so she can think through her feelings. But you don't look, none of that is important. What else did you want to tell us?
I was gonna say, maybe don't talk about your life insurance policy before I tell you what book you're going after.
Well, no, apparently I wave generally at the doctor. Apparently I'm dying regardless, and I just want her to know that I've taken care of things.
Well, apparently you chose the first book to be the Book of Death.
I didn't choose it. Look,
That was on brand.
Annabelle, maybe we shouldn't tell her that yet. I think maybe we shouldn't tell her which book we're going to look for. She'll learn soon enough, right? If we find it. Maybe we don't need to tell her.
Are you in the situation of the emotional distress because you forgot to tell your wife you increased your life insurance policy?
Why would she need to know that? I pay the premium. Look, okay, my chest is rotting from the inside. It's a problem. No. By all means, please give us your marriage advice. And I stare at Dr. Nobody.
Well, it's more. I don't even know if it's marriage advice as much as, I don't know, general communication advice of dropping a major update like that in the middle of a seemingly non-related conversation feels.
You're the one who told her I was dying. You told her I was dying, so like that's what will happen when.
That's not new information, though.
It is. It's kind of new information that I'm dying quickly. She thought I was dying slowly.
Yeah, then why did you increase your life insurance?
Because I was dying slowly.
But if there was no change, then why would you need an increase of your life insurance policy?
Well, I don't know if any of you've noticed. Perhaps Annabelle might have, because she has a good head on her shoulders, except when the twins. But, other than that, she makes smart decisions. Anyway.
Huh? I do what?
Anyway, I have...
Have you ever seen me with a magical book?
Look, all I'm saying is I want to.
Are we talking about your codependency? Like, which avenue are we going down here?
That Annabelle's?
No, yours.
Why codependent? I'm not codependent. With whom?
You literally went through a shit ton of trauma, and then without a dating period, literally married your wife.
Look.
It's a trauma bonding.
That's not what happened. Remember, they knew each other before we established this. The trauma only made them realize that she had a crush on him for like 10 years. It wasn't that long, but it was.
You shirked medical attention less than an hour after resuscitating from a coma because your wife was out of the room.
No, my wife was having a serious anxiety attack, and her and I have spent a lot of time over the past few years dealing with those things, and I know the right things to say and the right things to do to help her calm down.
I know, you even forced me to go to therapy, God knows why.
And that's definitely not codependent.
Because you have a sex addiction. I really don't understand this group. They're not that self-aware. Anyways, before I learn more about all of you and I want to know about your current life plans, your IQ doesn't drop to a 0 when you see two hot guys that you see at least bi-weekly because you can teleport.
I take a. In my defense, last time that saved my life.
Is there anything else, sir?
Oh, absolutely. Hi! He teleports away without telling you the last
That's
name.
annoying.
God damn it. I'll
Eh.
say, Annabelle, that was bullshit. I know that you didn't deserve that.
It was.
But I'm glad that you had a better week than Charlie and I did, because you deserve it. And thank you for talking my daughter through a spell that apparently, look, I don't love the spell casting, but it sounds like you saved her life. So thank you for looking after our children. I appreciate that.
Is this some sort of survivor's guilt thing that you feel the need to do these, that you have this compulsion to say these rather grandiose statements and or drop random and large bits of knowledge at inopportune times? Is it a...
The only person that seems to drop grandiose bits of knowledge at inopportune times is you.
So while you're having that conversation, we're just gonna go
Oh,
over to
Dr. Nobody going with. Are you going with us to Egypt? They have good coffee there.
Turkish coffee.
Apparently.
Yeah, it could raise the dead.
Just
So-
We'll
how
certainly see about that.
when can I get these stitches out? And how is there anything that you know? Perhaps once you and Annabelle both have access to her library, you could see if there's anything we could do about delaying.
There's not
the
much
results.
left of my library, thanks to a certain demon. I still have my magical books though.
Perhaps we can. Yeah, I apologize, Annabelle. I did not properly address the loss of your books. I know what that means to you. I'm very sorry. Let me.
I'm gonna have
I'm
to
sorry.
rebuild that library from ground up again.
Oh,
We'll have more
Um,
books.
Uh,
I will be able to go book hunting again.
You can go shopping. You've got so much room now for new books. Except my
Yes,
like a
I
big
was
hole in
running
the
out of
ground right
space
now.
for new books. Now I have more space
Yeah,
for new books.
your
There
TV
is no
overtime
space!
is wiped clean. No, there's a lot of space. There's just not necessarily a building around it. Okay.
yeah, there's no
You're not
building
there.
around the
You're not
space.
there. Why are you
Um,
freaking out? You're not there.
Anyways, so, love you, Sam, Annabelle, and Dr. Nobody. Shut the fuck up for a moment now. We move over in Charlie, are you going to take the front entrance or the back entrance to your work?
Front.
Front.
I have nothing to hide.
Yeah, you walk in. Are you? Do you go directly to your office? Are you gonna go to your boss?
Checking out my
HR.
office first.
Okay. Go to your office. It's decently like the way you left it. There is a note that's like was slid under your door as Karen from HR wishes to speak to you.
Okay. I guess I'm going to HR.
So you get to HR. It takes like a couple minutes. You sit down in a room, very clean, very professional, and Karen just goes, "Miss Jarvis, I hope you had a decent stay in the hospital."
I'm alive.
Well, I would hope so. You're alive in front of me. So I do hope you enjoyed that we did pay for all of your medical care while you were in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I thought, due to your hard work in discussing with the boss, but what about we give you a promotion?
Permission to speak bluntly right now.
And have you ever not spoken bluntly, Miss Jarvis?
I'm only getting a promotion so I don't sue, right? This is the only reason I'm getting one.
The reasoning behind your promotion is due to your hard work and scores that you have done on your yearly examinations of performance.
Yeah, this is so I don't sue about getting injured or the fact that, Susan was stealing my budget.
Anyways, would you like to know what your promotion would include?
Yes, please.
You won't have to come to the office for 5 years.
Okay.
You will be a traveling consultant. We will send you to a couple of countries, look over different Hellenic artifacts, create bonds with other places. And if you were to happen to curse out one British museum, we would totally be okay with it. You know, it will be like a slightly bit of a pay cut, but all travel and finances will be covered for you, your husband, and your 2 kids.
And if I happen to bring along other experts just to, make sure the artifacts are indeed what they should be, because it never hurts to get other opinions.
You can bring people that is on our museum payroll. Other than that, they will have to pay for their own expenses.
Very well. Okay. So I have permission
Now,
to
I
bring
know
It's got it. Okay.
we pay you, a solid $500 a month for your work and services remotely. Now, this job is going to have you give you a pay cut of only about $200 monthly. But that is because the rest of it is going to be going towards your rent and other services.
Okay. All right. Question.
Mm-hmm.
So, at the end of these 5 years, I will be required to come back to the office. Is my office going to be in better conditions by that point, or?
We are planning for a reconstruction and remodeling of the back rooms. So, yes.
Excellent. Out of character, I'm aware this is probably the best deal I'm getting, right?
I mean, this is a deal they're trying to get you to agree to.
If I make a persuasion roll, could I get a better deal?
I would say it would be persuasion versus her accounting.
Or try.
Remember, she's HR. She's good at her job. Hold on, I drew up the dice I need. I don't want to bend over and grab it. So I'm just going to pull out a different dice set.
All good.
She's going to push her roll against you.
Okay.
What did you roll?
I got a 10, which is an extreme for me.
Oh, shit.
Covering non-museum employees now.
Because she, funny enough, also rolled a 10, which is an extreme for her, so I can't even use the dice on who has a lower number. You know what? Instead of going either way, she's just gonna look at you and go, Miss Jarvis, if there's just any other employee in HR, you both know your little tricks would work. The reason why they called me to talk to you is because between the two of us, I think we both know I'm a little more cunning than to do this. So let's just say we're at a standstill.
Okay. I won't ask for more, but can I at least get that Susan is definitely fired, and if anyone calls asking for, like, recommendations, she gets negative, like, horrible results.
She's in prison. Embezzlement of funds, stealing ancient artifacts. You think we just fired her? We pressed criminal charges.
She was sleeping with the boss and doing all of this. I wasn't sure. I had to make sure.
She was
HR
also trying
is
to poison
above
your
the
kidney, I
CEO.
remind you.
Not only
She
that,
also tried to kill a child.
yeah, I know, it was my kid. So,
Why
just want
do
to
you
make sure it
think-
wasn't swept under the rug.
Oh, she's in prison.
Any chance you have her mugshots?
Look, I'm not saying that I have her mugshots, but I am saying that if you accidentally looked at this folder right here on my desk, you might see something.
You know what? I am more than happy with taking this promotion and the pay cut. Yes, this is perfectly fine.
Oh, good. I can eat. Go ahead and sign this form. She hands you a piece of paper to sign to agree to the thing. Like, also, by signing this, you are saying that you won't sue us.
But there it is. There it is. Any other hidden clauses while I'm reading this paper?
If you want to give me a law check.
I don't have awful law. Or try. We're gonna try and push. We'll see if I can get a little better. And we did. That is an 18, which is a hard.
Okay. By signing this, you are getting a promotion, and it is saying you'll be passed up to become the. Let me try to word this properly. You're taking this promotion instead of becoming the director of the artifact room.
Hold up.
Yes.
Is there anyone more qualified to take up the director position? Because not sure I want that promotion in which case.
Director position, we are currently doing interviews to fill. So the director position would require you to be here every single day, and last I checked, you like to work remotely due to needing someone at home with your kids.
Okay, let's say I do the traveling for 5 years and I agree to be here every day. After that.
We can look into a future promotion at a different time period. As of right now, I cannot guarantee or deny any job openings within the next 5 years.
We'll make one, don't worry.
Then at the very least, we can at least cross out that and this little clause right here about turning down the option of even being considered for it. I mean, if we can't guarantee it's gonna be open, then there's nothing wrong with crossing out that clause.
You are technically correct. I will send you an updated contract in the mail.
Wonderful.
Now, I recently heard in the news that your residence was burnt down. What address should I have this sent to?
Could I just come here tomorrow instead? Inside the new paperwork.
I will need at least a week to talk to boss man to make sure that I can change the contract. And after we get his signature, and you know how hard it is to get a hold of him. Technically, there's no director above you, so I gotta go to the big boss man.
Alright, I will just list off the address of a hotel in the area.
She looks at me like, that is a interesting. How? Why is it on floor 13?
Out of character? I don't think I could.
Throughout your years with General Constantine, if you are going on a mission and do not have an address but need something delivered, this is the address that you will give, and General Constantine will directly deliver it to you, no matter where you are in the world.
Okay.
But it's like Suite 7 on floor 13, and the 13th floor doesn't exist in hotels.
I mean, you could ask me more questions about this, or you could just take the address and I can go.
Absolutely, as long as you agree within the next week to not file a lawsuit.
Very well.
That also includes your husband.
Well, he's not here, so I can't agree for him. And you know how the law works. Technically, I don't speak for him.
Yes, he speaks for you, because things are weird.
I would never.
It's the 50s, shut up!
Okay. I would never.
I mean, but
also agrees.
if, you know, maybe funds were added so a doctor could also accompany me on these trips, given recent hospital visit, just to make sure nothing acts up, I'm sure I could talk him into not suing.
On the other hand, she can speak for me. Let's be honest. Sam, I need you to sign this.
To be fair, it agrees it's a matriarchal society, so she does technically run the
Our
home, not
household
you.
is absolutely a matriarchal society.
Do you have a doctor in mind?
Yes, a Dr. Nobody. And I will list it. He is actually the one who took care of me. He is the one you technically paid as far as the whole hospital bills.
As long as I can get a copy of his medical ID, just to prove that he's actually a doctor, as well as what he's a doctor of, so we can put him on the payroll.
Sure. We could do that.
It's a good question. Are you actually a doctor?
Yes!
There's a paper somewhere.
Good, that you won't have to create those documents for you.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we do have a master forger in our midst.
All right, sounds good.
All right. You're free to go, because technically we're giving you workers' comp for another 3 weeks. We heard you were in a coma, so we really didn't expect you to come back.
Yeah, I didn't really think I was gonna have to come back so soon. I kind of expected to just go home and recover from this for a few more weeks, but I was told I was needed here, so here I am.
Who told you that you weren't required to come back for like a whole nother? You know what? We're just not going to question it. I do have one question though.
Okay.
How did you get a skeletal fracture in the break room?
Considering it was the back of my head, I didn't actually see it coming, so I'm not sure.
Also, this is just a weird question that I am required to ask. Do you know who's the ghost of the break room that keeps stealing all the coffee? They were there for like a solid week and then just like disappeared. And none of us know who they were that kept breaking in and stealing all of the coffee.
I have no idea. That's a little odd.
I know, apparently they were missing their eyes. They were wearing a sling because their arm wasn't fully connected to their body. And they were coughing up spiders.
That's interesting.
Coughing up spiders.
Yes.
Uh-huh. You said coughing up spiders, missing their eyes and an arm?
Yes, and I believe they told one person to, don't question it. You've been awake for 24 hours doing a long-term shift. You are suffering from delirium right now, and you have no idea what you were seeing. So why don't you go home and rest and forget that this ever happened?
That
I
is
hope
the
you enjoyed my
oddest
talk to nobody
ghost.
impression.
That is, in fact, the oddest ghost. But no, I have no idea. But if that's all, I really want to just go and try to finish recovering.
Yeah, we even got a blood sample, apparently. One of our axes had a blood stain on it. And apparently the blood was a couple thousand years old. But it wasn't there when we got it. We have no idea what's going on right now. So if you just want to, why don't you head home while we figure out what's going on? I'm just required to ask in case you saw something.
No, I didn't see anything. But
Alright,
I hope you guys figure this out soon.
right, well, you'll have about 2 weeks off, and then we can send you to, looks like one of the first artifacts we need you to go look at is in Egypt.
Okay.
Yes, and we also heard your husband's a PI, correct?
Yes, he is.
She produces some paperwork and hands it to you. If you can just give him this for us.
Sure.
Do you look at the paperwork?
Yes.
Under the Greek government is awarding Sam Jebediah Jarvis the universal private investigation license to investigate any scene or crime dealing with Grecian art
Okay.
through the museum.
Okay.
Oh, and tell your roommate, like, Annabelle High.
Yeah.
Because this is gonna sound crazy, but someone said that a raven came by and stole a book and apparently said nevermore, and it was quoting A dream within a dream from Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, that's weird. I will go. Yeah, I'll go say hi and see if I can figure out what that's about.
Also, in case you're wondering, our 12-hour shifts have become only 8 now. We've talked to a couple doctors, and they think the staff is being overworked. So while you're traveling, you only need to really cash in 8 hours of work a day, at most 5. So you can just go now. I have a lot more paperwork to fill out, and talk to the big boss about the changes that you wish to make.
But if they all go, but I will be talking and making sure that no one is sued.
Yes. As you leave, when you look through the paperwork again at the very end, it's Susan's mugshot.
Yes. Yes. Oh, this pleases me. Oh, this pleases
Yeah,
me.
you're able to meet the others at the boat to go back to the island of Scapolis, where you all live. Well, you all live in Dr. Nobody's moving to.
Hey, Doc.
Still have a permanent address.
Hey, Doc. So I can get my job to cover your traveling expenses, provided you can give them your medical license and what you're a doctor of.
Do they want a specific one? Because I have multiple degrees.
Send them all if you want. Sam, I need you to agree to not sue them.
Are we not suing them?
If we don't sue them, I maybe in a few years get the chance to be director. So I would prefer you didn't do that right now.
Of course.
Yeah.
Just tell me what you'd like me to sign.
Okay, thank you. Also, yeah. Well, we'll come back to you in a second. Annabelle?
Yes?
What book did Poe steal?
Oh, Poe stole a book?
Yeah, and quoted Edgar Allan Poe. It kind of freaked people out. Also, Karen says hi.
Karen and HR.
Oh, did you steal a book from the museum?
I literally just got back like a couple of minutes ago, and it's like tries to fly away again.
Poe?
Oh look, I hear my children squawking for me.
Poe?
Yes, mistress?
Which book did you steal from the museum?
I live in a library. You need to be a bit more specific on what you mean by a book.
Apparently you stole a book from the library and then quoted Edgar Allan Poe as you were going out.
I have never
of course
once quoted Edgar Allan Poe. What do I look like?
It was Nevermore. Reportedly, you said Nevermore, and then you quoted Dream Within a Dream.
Look, I hate to be the one to say this, but most ravens don't talk. You know that, right? You know that you shouldn't talk in front of normal people, right?
Mason, my feathers are fucking up here.
Look, when you mumble like that, no one can understand you, okay?
Look, I don't care you stole a book. I don't care you stole a book. I just need to know which one.
Well, I was there because I was bored doing bird things. And I say this, that roof is really fun to slide down, like a little slide, and then you can like hop around like on the edge, then you fly back up, and then you can go back down.
You were avoiding your children. Got it.
Look, I may be a father, but they are technically adults. If they're like 5 years and bird years. Okay, that's adulthood. Secondly, I caught in the corner of my eye something shiny. And someone left a window open. And once again, in case any of you forgot, I am a bird.
Yes, that
but like
again.
shiny thing.
We are fine with stealing the book. We just need to know what book.
History of Immortals.
Yeah, okay. Can we have that, please?
Oh yeah, it also has a registrar of almost every immortal that they think exists. Apparently, it was
that's nice.
written by the Council of Immortals.
Cool. Yeah, we would like that. Also, hey, doctor,
Yes.
cough off any spiders lately?
Is that a normal occurrence?
What are you talking
My
about?
job claimed apparently there was this ghost missing eyes, an arm, coughing up spiders, which kind of matches up with what my daughter said as far as claiming she saw you at the museum. And, I was willing to let that go, but apparently for like a week, coffee kept going missing, and they claimed that the ghost told them, "Yeah, you're not really seeing this. You're hallucinating from
You
long
never
work."
really did explain how you could see Dinah. Did you?
Things that
How
sound a
can
lot like things you would say. So,
to be abjectly clear, it's not 100% clear why you can see Dinah either. So
Well, there's actually because I was obsessed with her case, and I became attached to her ghost, and she chose to haunt me because I was investigating her murder. Look, this is about you. Okay, this is about you.
there was also
Oh,
an
by the
axe with a
way,
blood
Kayla.
stain that was 1,000 years old.
PTSD checked. You're getting on a boat in open water.
Fuck! I was hoping we would let this one go. I was hoping we'd let it go after earlier.
No!
The first half was so much panic. God damn it! Damn it!
Saved by the boat.
What did you roll?
That's a 62. That's a fail. Fuck.
Look, you made your trigger list. I'm just enforcing the rules. As
Now
you
that you
get on
remembered them.
you're questioning Dr. Nobody, and you're all moving towards the boat. And as everyone gets on, you just watch as Charlie freezes and is just staring at the boat.
I immediately stop interrogating Dr. Nobody, and I go, excuse me a moment, and I put my arm around Charlie and I say, it's all right. It's a big boat. It's all right. Come on, why don't we get a little more central and maybe we go inside and have a drink or a glass of water? And I sort of escort her, and Dr. Nobody gets a break for the time being because Charlie doesn't like water.
I don't like water. I don't like boats. I like them.
Seeing you scared, Faye is gonna do the same thing she did when got you on the boat in the first time. Just kind of goes up and hugs your leg, being like, "Mama, boats don't make me feel good. Can you hold me?"
I'm not saying a word. I'm just. We're going non-responsive, non-verbal.
I pick up Faye, and yes, I assume that where's my 1-year-old right now?
He's on the boat. They fully pushed his stroller onto the boat. Saw Mom was having a problem and tried to use her cuteness.
Okay, I will pick up Faye, and then I will put an arm around Charlie, and I will escort them both to the cabin or something, so it's feels less open.
Okay.
I will reassure both of them in soothing Sam tones.
It takes just 10 minutes before you completely calm down.
And I've completely forgotten that we were interrogating Dr. Nobody at this point because I have tried to I have spent the time reassuring my family.
This isn't
Now, I
over.
want to.
This isn't over.
While you were doing that, I will ask Cal this question. Do you wish to try and get rid of the book?
Who has it?
Technically, Poe does, so it's in Annabelle's possession. This is a perfect time for you and Annabelle to have a one-on-one.
If Paul gave me the book, I'm probably starting to read it.
To be fair, yeah, Annabelle has never not
That's
read
the only book I have other than magical books
You know
at the
what?
moment, so
Give me
I'm
a
reading it.
spot hidden. Just see if you can find where Poe hid it in your belongings. I mean, it's not going to be that hard.
Oh, yes.
Hard success.
Yes.
God damn, Poe rolled a critical success with a 5.
But would he intentionally be hiding it from Annabelle? He would be giving it to her because he loves her.
He didn't want any of you guys to know he stole a book because it was shiny.
I already admitted it technically.
Technically,
We
he
all
did.
technically- We all technically
talk
don't
to-
care he stole the book.
Can I talk to the bird?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
So, you know what? Yeah, sure. I feel like traditionally, knowing that the book was found, Annabelle is probably like going to the cabin to like go through your stuff to find it. Poe is just flying across, like around the deck, being like, I'm a bird, and we're on the ocean. Wind feels good under my feathers.
Question for you.
Hmm?
The bird, not you. Sorry.
Oh. What's up, Doc?
Humorous.
No.
Are you interested in a trade?
Depends on what you're offering.
I happen to have an incredibly shiny necklace.
See, I'm not really wanting shinies right now. I'm wanting human eyeballs for a snack. It's a good, like, sea snack.
Interesting. Hold on a moment. I open my bag. I rifle a little bit. Now, if I'm going to give you these, I need something equally of value in return. Because I was saving.
Wait, hold on. Are you implying that Dr. Nobody just carries around human eyeballs?
I'm implying that I carry around a set of my own eyeballs, just in case.
Fair! You know what? Fair! Wait, hold on. Eyeballs and shiny.
If you manage to succeed in this task, the trade will be easy enough, and you can absolutely have the shiny thing and 2 very delectable eyeballs.
Now, I've been
Just
told
eyeballs.
by my mistress that I'm supposed to ask, what am I supposed to before agreeing to the deal for shiny things or eyeballs?
The book you stole. You know where it is.
Do you know where it is?
If you can take that book and you can drop it overboard, you can have 2 eyeballs, you can have the shiny necklace, and I can even promise future eyeballs if you're so inclined.
Poe goes off. Animal, did you close your cabin door? Or is
Yes.
it like cracked open so Poe can get in if he wants to?
Of course I closed it.
Okay, so you hear like a little peck on your door knowing it's Poe.
Oh, what do you want?
I wish to come into your room.
Okay, come in. I'm gonna close those doors behind him. I'm reading the book.
Faye's trying to toss the Book of Space overboard.
Nah,
should,
she
like-
wouldn't do that.
Oh,
Hmm.
I'm not good at lying.
Nah. Ladybug says, ah.
She's eating next to a book.
She's what?
She's eating with a book in her hand.
I do that
She's eating
sometimes.
with the book.
I believe
Um,
she's careful enough to not damage the book.
She's 5.
This ship has
She's-
a library.
Come again?
This ship has a library, and you
I'll
can't
get
bring
there.
anything in that library. Yep. You know the
I'll get
rules.
there. I'll get to the library in time. Don't worry. Now I have a very fascinating book to read.
Okay, mistress, I'm gonna be honest. I was paid off to get that book.
Who paid you and how much?
2 eyeballs and a shiny thing.
You do realize you can get more eyeballs from me and all the shiny things you can steal.
Yeah, but I'm a bird, and I like, instant gratification rather than delayed gratification.
I'm gonna pull out 4 eyeballs. Here you go.
Fuck.
And as for shiny, and as for shiny things, go around the boat. Take whatever you want.
Where the fuck
And
did
you
you
don't
get
know-
eyeballs?
We don't know where she gets the eyeballs, but they're always there. It's very
Did we
confusing.
not
Do they
establish
dare?
that I have a supplier in town?
Yeah, we did establish season 1 that Annabelle found someone who kind of keeps her an
But
eyeball.
Annabelle at any given time has 6 eyeballs for Poe. So yeah, Poe like
It's
takes
not
out,
enough eyeballs.
flies out like the little window that you have to your door.
Plot
And then,
twist, I'm the supplier.
Suddenly you get no
right in front of
eyeballs.
Dr. Nobody is just munching on the eyeballs, completely forgetting what their original task was.
So who tried to pay you?
I don't know. I don't know his name. I didn't ask for names.
What did he look like?
But fuck you. I literally am just some guy. There's nothing distinct about me.
Fuck you,
So,
I'm some guy.
Mistress, I can tell you this, but he just looked like some guy. Like, very
All you
bland.
people look the same to me anyway.
What?
I'm a
Someone
bird.
told me- I mean, I believe by now Poe met Dr. Nobody, so
He meets a lot of people.
That's true.
Mistress,
Like, he looked kind of like that other guy that you guys hang out with. What's his name? I don't remember.
so he was white and Greek with, curly black hair and blue eyes and lips and offered me food.
That's right. That
Bars on the ground.
That is
Hold on,
what
hold on.
separates the birds from the humans. It's the lips.
I gotta point out one thing. There is one distinct picture of Dr. Nobody. The heavy eye bags from lack of sleep.
You
Why
know
would
the
a bird
bird's not
notice?
going to recognize that. The bird doesn't know.
I'm
anything
just
about
pointing out there is
He's a
technically
white.
Oh, yeah,
He's a
there are.
white man with
There are-
brown hair.
There
I'm
are
not
5
pointing
children
out
in our
that
house.
it was said there is no distinct pictures of this guy, and then I'm like, wait a minute, this bothers me. Why
Every
does this
single
bother me?
person in our house looks exhausted all the time because there are 5 children and one of them is homicidal.
Okay, that's fair. I'm just pointing out technically the statement from earlier was incorrect.
To be fair, many just some guys are also tired.
Right? Like, Sam, I'm pretty sure, is pretty fucking tired all the time.
You have a 5-year-old and a 1-year-old. Yeah.
And also, my wife has night terrors. I haven't slept in 6 years.
Your daughter wants a guillotine. Yeah, somehow I think that there is more than one just some guy on this boat who might be a little tired.
Anyways,
Sam and Dr.
yeah.
Nobody bond over the fact that they haven't slept since 1944.
Anyways, back to it. But yeah, Powell's just like, Mistress, I hate
Yes?
to tell you this, but I feel like you keep over analyzing the fact that I'm a familiar and forgetting that I am a bird. I'm a very simple creature. All you humans look the same to me. I just know which ones feed me.
Okay, where's the guy that you were supposed to give the book to?
But you weren't supposed to
I
give the
believe
book
you
to
probably decided on a place to meet once you get the book back, right?
No, I was told to throw it overboard.
Oh. Oh no, I really need to find that person.
Wow. Hey, Mistress, I have a question.
Yes.
What's that one spell that's like, he speaks a spell purposely wrong? Do you want to occult that spell that he just spoke to you?
Yep.
It's a trap.
I know. What spell is it? Had success.
Explosive touch.
And why do you want that spell?
Because I want to do fireworks. Because they're shiny, they go up in the air and go boom boom. He is gonna try and lie to you. He's gonna roll if you want to roll your psychoanalysis against it.
Fuck. That's gonna be a hard one.
He has great psychoanalysis.
Yeah.
And I do not!
God damn! Your bird is just rolling well today for a hard success on lying to you.
That's my bird! Bird is a bro! Bird is a bro!
When your bird keeps rolling well, that's not your bird anymore. That's Dr. Nobody's bird.
So what's your psychoanalysis roll, Ladybug?
I failed. I have 1 in psychoanalysis.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. You fully believe him that he just wants to set off fireworks.
Yes, but I also fully know that he cannot cast spells.
Got you there.
You can cast spells through him.
But he cannot cast spells on his own.
It's true. So yeah, Mistress, what's the proper way to pronounce this spell?
Well, I could give it to you, but it's not like you could use it anyway. Why don't I go with you and cast it for you?
Sure.
Yeah.
You,
My kind of drama.
You failed your psychoanalysis. You don't
Annabelle's
know shit.
Annabelle's really
But I
smart.
do know he can't cast spells for
That
shit.
is true. He can't cast spells. So, like, that's a true thing. So she believes the firework lie, but knows he can't cast magic.
You're still being suspicious, though.
Just being suspicious.
And you believe him.
So, yeah, Powell is not sure what to do, but starts to fly out, assuming you're following.
I'm going with him. The book is with me in my bag, where I have my hand on it all the time.
I just picture the two of you facing off, like at an actual table and not a virtual table, and the rest of us are just like making like Kayla and I are just making some popcorn, being like, yeah, who's gonna win?
For the
Who's
love
gonna win
of
this
God,
contest
I'm
as
not having
well?
this reveal happen in episode fucking 1.
No, that's why
That's a legitimate out of character reason to
Don't
eat
worry, we only have like 8 minutes left. It might happen in episode 2, though.
Technically, we have 20 more minutes, Ladybug.
I mean, it's 8 to the full hour, and but yeah, if you want to, you can drag this out as long as you want. Don't worry.
She is very strong-willed. I'm just saying.
She drops the bag over the edge.
No, she does not. Not with a book in it.
It's good drama.
So, Poe leads you to like the edge of like one of the sides, and you watch as his eyes begin to glow.
What are you doing?
God damn, your bird is just rolling well against you right now. Just casually eating to grab a couple dice.
She's twisting her hair harder. The more like no, like she's getting more and more serious.
You take 3 points of damage.
Okay.
As Poe's beak pierces through your bag, lets off a sonic scream, causing your bag and most of its components to explode. Everything is undamaged except the book is completely destroyed.
And her relationship with Poe, damn, like that's what took critical damage.
You get a squawk as Poe flies off and his beak lights on fire. That you can tell. Want to roll me an occult roll with advantage?
Yep. So just roll twice, right?
Yep, and take the lower number.
Extreme success.
The entity that you thought was possessing Poe before is taking control again.
Is what?
The entity that was causing Poe to kill and bring you back explosive heads is in control of Poe again.
Fuck. Okay, he'll
Here
be
you go,
back.
Cal. There's your valid excuse. I forgot about that plot thread that I weaved before.
Do I have a way of getting that entity out of him?
No, but you are able to send Poe into kind of like a blank state. You can't dismiss your familiar, but you can temporarily stop sharing your magic with him, which shuts him down.
How high up is he? And is he above the boat?
He is decently above the boat. You know, when you remove your magic, he reacts like a normal bird. So as a raven, he'll go to the most shiniest thing near him. Or eyeball.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out something shiny out of my bag because I'm pretty fucking sure I do have something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna shut him off to restart him.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you do that, and eventually he sees little glint of whatever you're holding, and comes to like. I assume you hold your arm out like a Falcon ear. He goes through there. He's like pecking on the shiny thing. There's usually that.
I'm gonna turn him back on. I'm gonna be fixing him like a computer.
turn the bird off and on again.
And as you do that, Dr. Nobody, give me a spot hidden.
Fail.
This is a roll that I would suggest to push.
I don't know how that works.
Basically,
You
roll again and pray for a success.
You
If
go.
you don't
fail
succeed,
again, the result is worse. Like you have a
Yeah.
bad outcome.
I think I'm gonna roll with physical dice this time because now I'm scared of the virtual die roller because I haven't rolled a success all night.
Look,
That's why I
you're-
have actual dice.
if you're
no,
scared, then the game is going as intended. You should be afraid.
Yes.
it should
Okay,
be.
okay.
Despite
good.
what you've seen tonight, you're actually supposed to be terrified at all points in this game.
Okay, good.
We managed not to be for the entire first season, so you know.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I mean, yeah, like the trick
Okay,
is
so I'm
to,
doing.
look,
So this is my first roll that I'm not using the virtual die roller. So you'll have to forgive me because I need your help with the mathy maths.
Yes.
Okay. I can tell you if you got what level
I
of
rolled-
success.
Okay, cool. Because I rolled a 22.
Okay.
That's good. That's actually really good. That's a success. That's a regular.
What's your
success
normal
on a
success?
25. A 25 is his spot hidden.
25? Yeah, you've got a regular success.
Okay, cool. Because I don't know how to do this math. I've just been clicking the thing.
Oh, no,
down
you're
crazy
fine.
every time tonight.
Yeah.
Look, that's
Um,
we're all just clicking the thing in our minds. It's okay.
Yeah, hold on.
So, Dr. Nobody. Under the water, going by the boat, you can see a metallic object flying towards the boat. You have 1 round to react.
Where is everybody in adjacency to me?
Adjacency, Annabelle's, we'll say you're on the back of the boat because you made a deal with a raven, not a lot of people go back there. Annabelle's towards the front of the boat, and the couple is decently close by. It would take you about a round to get to them, or a round for them to get to you because you're near the cabins.
I assume that the couple is indoors because Sam was leading Charlie specifically indoors to get away from the water.
That's fair.
Meanwhile,
And-
the other two on our me and Annabelle are on opposite sides of the.
And I mean,
Stern and
technically, if you want to pull an Annabelle and weaponize Faye, Faye is playing outside of that.
Why are you
Actually-
weaponizing my child?
Actually, in that instance,
5-year-old. Wait, are you
Actually,
gonna wait?
no,
No. Hold on, just a second. Before you, I want you have a thought, and you're thinking about voicing it. This is a 5-year-old, okay?
Oh, I'm
so
aware.
this is gonna say a lot about your character, depending on what you do right now. I just need you to be aware that you're making a decision right now.
no, I'm aware of that, and I think you'll already agree with the decision, but it's mostly unrelated to the fact that she's 5. The baby, I assume, is with you.
Yes.
Well, I carried Faye with us, but she may have run around since then. Because I intentionally.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
If Faye is out playing, the baby is with you.
Yes, the baby would be with the couple.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I have 1 round before something metal, and I am close enough to the child.
Yes.
I would like to step near enough to the child that if it's a torpedo and something happens, I can shield the child with my body.
Thank you.
I could quite literally take the torpedo, but take your pick. However, however this goes. But my point being, if I want to be in my round, I want to be adjacent to Faye. That if need be, I can basically I can scoop her up and take her and jump off the boat. I can scoop her up and jump away from the boat. Like, I don't care which. I'm just there. There's a child, and I'm ready.
No, I'm proud of you. This is a beautiful moment. This is a beautiful moment where you show your humanity in spite of whatever else you've got going on.
So I like the idea. You're like, oh yeah, let me use my 1 action, 1 round. For, you want to yell out to maybe the parents that something's coming towards.
It's really
the
sad that
boat?
you're gonna have to roll a new character after our first session.
No. And no, I'm not going to roll for the parents because I'm not 100% positive on what I haven't been able to positively ID whatever it is. I'm worst case scenarioing, which means my worst case scenarioing is going for Faye.
Okay. So you move up to Faye, and something does hit the belt. There's not an explosion, but you do hear the sound of something filling.
Oh, no.
Okay.
This is the worst. No.
Are you okay?
Kayla's
Assuming you're
never
talking to
quite
Faye, right?
okay, so
Yeah.
Faye just goes, "You walked over to me, covered me, and then asking if I'm okay. Yes, but you really need a shower."
That's super fair. Now, granted, I mostly rely on the fact that I functionally smell like antiseptic at any given time. You could also argue that that still requires a shower. Regardless, you are okay. We need to find your parents, and we likely need to evacuate. Now,
Why?
do you require me to hold your hand?
the cutest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm like actually having a feeling.
Wait, why do we need to
I suspect the boat is sinking.
Oh no.
Mommy!
Yep.
Faye?
That was the most childlike reaction Faye ever had.
It is.
Mommy,
You're
I'm
right.
scared.
You're right.
What's wrong, sweetie? What's wrong?
The boat is
The
sinking.
doctor said the boat is sinking and we're all gonna die.
I did not say we're gonna die. I said we need to evacuate.
Welcome to Faye, where she hyperbolizes.
Yes, like she acts like an adult 1 second, and then as a 5-year-old that she is.
She's a five-year-old.
I just
Highly
need to understand
intelligent.
who in my family can swim.
We made sure that
You?
I taught Faye how to swim. Obviously.
I need everyone to be aware that there is very likely a lifeboat on this boat.
Yeah, lifeboat now, Annabelle!
Yes.
The boat's
You guys
sinking.
wanna... And right before we end the session, Annabelle just hears Dr. Nobody hearing the boat is sinking. As I'm assuming Sam and Charlie would go with for lifeboats. It's like the two parents.
Well,
I'm getting
yeah,
the
I mean,
kids on the fucking
I'm
lifeboat.
carrying my baby, and I'm half carrying my wife, who is carrying our other child because she's, I'm sure, losing her shit. So I've got one arm around her. I'm holding my baby in the one arm. Yeah.
Nope.
All of the
Kids.
lifeboats were cut seconds before whatever hit the boat did it. You can see them all floating in the water. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
I just want to introduce. This is also Cal.
Aww.
I'm not gonna say he's cuter than you, but
No,
I'll say it.
No,
He's cuter
no.
than me. My God.
No, look, no, that's Cal. The cat is Cal. This is Calzo.
oh, this is Kaladin. So
Okay.
yeah, so it's not real competition. My husband just let him in. He's not allowed in the office because he chooses things that he shouldn't
Same.
do.
That's my fault.
You know,
Well,
There.
to end this, so Annabelle
Yes.
can go get some sleep. Thank you all for watching the first official episode of Shattering the Cage. We met Dr. Nobody. We learned that our wonderful Charlie has severe PTSD. Sam needs to be straddled down to a bed to listen to doctor's orders.
okay, that's not fair. That's not fair.
Well,
There were extenuating
well,
circumstances.
Let me finish my goddamn outro.
I have to be strapped to the bed to let you finish.
Pinky, And Annabelle is just vibing. This happens every other session. Well, Annabelle's the one not being traumatized.
I'm never
But, I would
traumatized.
like-
I'm just sometimes being the traumatizer.
Yes. So let's go with this time. Let's go with Cal first. Anything you want to say to the audience? Anything you want to plug? Any random screams of anguish that you wish to do?
Oh, I have many screams of anguish, but I'll save that for my personal time. Hi, I'm
Very
Cal.
thoughtful.
I'm one of the co-creative directors over at Spells and Storycraft, where you can watch the magnificent Kayla every Sunday, and I will allow Kayla to further plug that. Go watch Star Bottled.
Sure, Kayla, since you were kind of led into yours, same thing. Anything, sir?
Yeah, check out Spells and Storycraft on Twitch, where you can watch Star Bottled, a Space Hammer homebrew campaign about feelings. We also have a Discord, and you can also find me here on this channel playing in this game and possibly even a future game. I don't know if that's been released just yet, so I don't know if I can talk
Simple
about it.
Pangea would be released at this point.
Okay, yes, I will also be on that.
Wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
Let's
Hi,
tie.
welcome. This is pre-recorded. If you didn't know, and Ladybug, anything you want to plug? Screams of anguish. Your Twitter.
Oh,
Sure, I'm Ladybug. You can find me everywhere as Lore Mistress Ladybug. And hopefully some in soonish time in the future you will be able to see both Kayla and Anara on my channel on Twitch, which is Ladybug7, once I get enough episodes pre-recorded to actually upload them.
yes.
In
Watch
two
it.
different
Going to
games,
the-
because they are in two different games. Very different games. One
Yeah.
is a murder mystery, the other one is basically Lord of the Rings, but prequel.
Anyways, Kayla, you seem like you forgot to say something.
Yeah, I forgot. Hey, also, because I don't know when we're actually getting that live. Ladybug's channel, Eyes of Fate, 1920s mystery. God,
With
I gotta
magic.
write with magic. I gotta write
We're
down
recording
everything.
wibbly wobbly timey wimey.
I've got so much stuff to
Who
write
knows?
down.
Maybe one day I can convince a ladybug and we can do a crossover. And oh, I was making a joke that one day we can cross over your Eyes of Fate and Comic Feeling because they happen around the same time period.
No, mine is actually quite earlier. Mine is in the
Sam
1920s.
is
Yeah.
like
I know this.
10.
Take the joke. Take
No,
the
yeah.
joke.
Okay.
Okay, look, Sam's parents are in your game. It's not weird.
And anything you want to plug?
Oh, me?
Yes.
I play. I'm Anara, ANNAHRA on Twitch. You can find me there, or you can find me at any of the Discord servers that these people have already lovely plugged. I have way too many adult responsibilities, and I appear when my schedule will allow, both here as well as in Ladybug's the One Ring campaign, and again wherever else they wish to put up with me, because again I spend way too much time working about work. I work for a major coffee chain, which eats my soul, but that's fine. This was a lot of fun. I'm excited to see what the rest of the season brings. And I think that's all the pluggables I have.
Yes. And in case anyone wanted to know, I wasn't being a bitch to Sam when I said Sam is kind of constantly dying and getting worse. That was just an excuse in case the player
My
needs to go
feelings were not hurt. Yeah, I just
Um,
assume. Yeah, in case I, like I have to be up and I checked I didn't put my watch back on, but I totally just checked my wrist as if I had my watch on. Yeah, no, I've got to be awake in like 6 hours to go to work. So Whispers is accommodating for me in case I cry a little and say I need to sleep tonight at any given point in time.
Yes, but anyways, don't want to cut off your speech. Please come back to the Dissonance Complex at your own free will. We are not going to extort you. I don't know why that's a joke. And remember, give me a